look so nice, that dark. Child, this is a good dark skin right there.
What that mean?
What you mean? Are you dark skin?
Yeah, you said.
He said you bad.
Yeah.
What that mean?
What does good mean?
You said good.
What does good mean?
It's good to see you.
Yeah, what does good mean?
What does good mean to you?
Hey guys, and welcome back to the channel. I want to go ahead and get into this situation that happened on stream that was completely disheartening. We are in 2026 and I cannot believe that comments like this are still being made and said, and things like this still need to be discussed, but here we are. So rapper and streamer Blueface was streaming last night at what looks like was his house, and two beautiful young black ladies came over. They walked inside his house, greeted him, and Blueface makes a comment towards the first young woman with the red dress who was absolutely beautiful. And I want you guys to know and recognize how I literally just gave her a compliment and I said that she was beautiful. I ain't get into her skin tone. I ain't have to talk about this and that. Period. She's beautiful. Period. But he ends up saying, "I love your skin. You look so nice that dark. Chat, that is a good dark skin right there."
Hey, I love your skin. You look so nice, that dark.
Nice to meet you.
Child, this is a good dark skin right there.
What that mean?
What you mean? Are you dark skin?
Yeah, you said.
He said you bad.
Yeah.
What that mean?
What does good mean?
You said good.
What does good mean?
It's good to see you.
Yeah, what does good mean?
What does good mean to you?
So the night continues and they end up getting in the car and they're going out. While in the car, they start to have a conversation about the R word, racism, and colorism and colorists, and things go completely left. It seems as though Blueface, he didn't really agree with the young lady with the red dress on, her opinions and her ideology. So he ended up kicking her out, her and her friends, on what looks like the highway.
My homegirl want to party and have fun.
Then just shut up.
You shut up.
Pull over and kick the game.
Go ahead.
Pull over. Pull over right here.
Now, y'all, there is so much to get into about this clip and this situation. First things first, like I said, the second half of Blueface compliment was completely unnecessary. And for people who just don't understand and don't want to understand, you are cute for a dark skin. You're pretty for a dark skin girl. You're pretty to be a dark skinned woman. Those are all comments that are completely unacceptable. Okay, it's completely offensive. It all insinuates. It doesn't even insinuate. It factually means that you are telling someone that they are rarely attractive amongst many others with their same skin tone who you think are mostly unattractive. You're saying that you feel like most dark-skinned women are unattractive, and this is basically, what it seems like he was saying, you are rarely attractive. It's a backhanded compliment, no matter how you want to twist it. And at the same time, you're also letting people know your thoughts and opinions on dark-skinned women when you make comments like that. Now, what is really annoying about this situation, and this is what I kind of got from the way that Blueface was kind of responding, because like I said, from the house situation, it seems like, of course, everything started from the house. And I think his comment on saying, "Chat, this is a good dark skin right here," it's like, what do you even mean? I think that kind of had the young lady with the red dress on edge the whole time. So she wanted to kind of, I guess in a way, educate him while they were on their way going out. And like I said, things just went left. And obviously Blueface is Blueface. I didn't think that he was going to want to hear it anyways. Blueface puts me in the mind of the type of person, they can't really comprehend that something that they might have said or them trying to be nice may have came off as offensive to someone else. And that's just the type of mindset that Blueface gives me. He gives me that type of person who is not typically nice. So when they say something that is like, that they feel like is on the border of them being nice, they feel like people should accept it and not take it offensive, because they feel like, I didn't even have to give you that compliment, or I'm not typically nice, so you just better take it. And I don't feel like that's fair, because we all have to see, even if we didn't mean to offend someone, we still have to take into perspective that could have offended someone very much. Secondly, going into the car part of it and Blueface kicking them both out, I think this is the part that really touched a lot of people and of course made people feel bad. I know for me particularly, I was like, he kicked these two young ladies. Like, that really hurt. That really hurt my heart because these are two women that you are kicking out and you're like, I don't care what happens to you. Of course, Blueface, he had his thoughts and his ideology. And then the young lady, she has a right to have her own thoughts and opinions about different words. And that should be okay. You know, you can agree to disagree. And if you're mature enough, if you're grown adults, it should just be, okay, that's that. We can agree to disagree. But it just seemed like that couldn't happen in that situation because Blueface decided to kick her out. I don't feel like no one should get so utterly upset to the point where they feel like they need to kick you out in the middle of the road because of your thoughts and opinions. I just feel like that's completely unnecessary, very immature. And I know what a lot of people are going to say in the comments because I already know how the comments be. But just because you don't agree with someone's thoughts and opinions, it wasn't that serious. Even though it was that serious, the conversation is that serious, it's not that serious at the same time. At least wait until you guys get to the location and be like, I'm about to part ways with this woman because I can't stand to be around her. I don't like the way that she thinks. Now, I will say this because I don't want to seem like I'm coming off one-sided or biased in this situation. I will say that I do feel like, and I did see a comment of this young lady saying the only reason that she decided to get into the car with Blueface and the other people that he had was because her friend wanted to get in the car and she wasn't going to leave her friend alone in that car with Blueface and all those other people, which makes sense. They came together, you know, they go everywhere together. That's being a girl's girl, and that's just being a good friend in general, which is completely understandable. But I would have to say at a certain point where you knew that his thoughts and opinions and yours, y'all wasn't clicking and y'all wasn't seeing eye to eye and things were getting loud, because she decided to get in that car because of her friend and they are literally depending on him for a ride. At a certain point where you notice that things are getting hostile, I would say don't try to get as loud, don't try to get as aggressive, don't try to get as argumentative. Wait until you get to the location where you guys are set to go to, unless he's continuing to go off, which it definitely seems like Blueface was very upset to where he was going to continue to go off even if she was quiet. But definitely let the situation kind of calm down, see if he's just going to be quiet and you guys can kind of have some type of respect for each other until y'all get to y'all's set location. But it made sense for her because she was uncomfortable to get out the car, call her own Uber. She had the right to do that, even though it was Blueface who decided to kick her out, which completely was wild. You know what I'm saying? You have a mother, you have sisters. Blueface obviously didn't care about their safety. But as for the young women, why I said I would, just try to see if things calm down before I completely get out of the car is because of safety. I would want to make sure me and my friends are going to be safe. Luckily, either way, these women were safe. And on top of that, I will have to say I did not agree with her definition and her opinion on the R word. Like I said, everybody has their right to have their thoughts and opinions about different definitions of different words and things. But I have to say that it's her opinion because the actual definition does say that different races can be the R word. I honestly do believe that it is a bit stereotypical to say that, Black people cannot be the R word and to say that because Black people are inferior and, all white people, like it just doesn't even make sense to say that all white people are a certain race and everyone in that race is superior, because that's absolutely not true. And I definitely know, like, where I live, that is not true, where I can walk down the street and every white person is superior or believes. Because when we actually look up the definition of the R word, it actually says it's the belief. But we know that your beliefs, they control your actions and what you do, so yeah, not every white person is like that, okay? And not every Black person is a certain way. Like, I honestly have such a distaste for people being like, oh, all black people are like this and all white people are like it's just so annoying. Like, with all of the different personalities and different people that we have in the world, like, okay, color is color, okay, skin color is one thing, but just because two people are the same skin color don't mean they think the same, they act the same, they have the same goals. Like, everybody is so different. So I really get so tired of that. And that's not to negate the fact that, yes, there is some people who think that they are superior than other people and they have R-word beliefs. Yes, I understand that that is out there, but we cannot sit here and say all, because that is not factual. It just doesn't make sense. That means that every single blank person that you walk across, you feel like they are all the R-word. And I don't know. I just don't believe that. I don't choose to live that life to where I'm walking around and I have that belief system in my mind and I'm automatically assuming that just because this person's skin color and what I've heard or what I've seen another person who is the R word say and do, that, oh, all of them are like this. I just don't choose to walk around with that mindset. I don't know. I do feel like that's a sad mindset to walk around with, because it's, yeah, you gonna always feel like there's a target on your back. You're always gonna feel like offended about something. And like I said, I'm not trying to take away or negate the fact that what Blueface said towards this girl was definitely offensive. And his compliment towards her, it was backhanded. It was a backhanded compliment. It was offensive. But I'm just letting it be known, like, we really kind of have to change our mindsets. You have the right to think however you want, but your belief system, it structures your life. It, your actions follow whatever you believe in. So you want to really be careful in believing in negative stereotypes like that, because, it can lead down a not so great path, because we know your mind, it's always trying to find reasons to believe your beliefs. Okay. But anyways, I want to know what you guys think about this situation. I'm not going to talk about it anymore. It was really disheartening to see. And I really just have to say in this video, I do feel like, we got to do better. We got to do better. Let me know what you think in the comments. Once again, thank you for watching Room for Tea. See you guys in my next video. Have a blessed rest of your night.